Room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
The tackle made.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And the Bills' first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to... Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
4 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
45-yard.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
11 yards there, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Tannehill getting this complete to Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 35 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
Stephen Gostkowski.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Being chased out left. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Titans 7.
On first down, Singletary. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Titans' 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Allen flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. CD, that's the second time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground. Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
47-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
On the carry.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Buffalo.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Allen to Beasley, first down Buffalo. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
The 7-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 32-yard
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Cameron Batson.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Intended for
Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's third down.
And 11.
Here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo. Touchdown.
Touchdown,
Josh Allen. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Good.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Tannehill on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Second and inches at the 11.
Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans.
The extra point in.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buffalo.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Evans on the tackle. No gain on the play.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just me. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. at the
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
quarter of play with the score Bills 24, Titans 14.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Zach Moss, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year a season ago. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Right back to Moss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They'll look to run with Moss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Moss again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary there to make the grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. And they'll try to run it in with Singletary. They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
33, Titans 14. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we hit it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Hassan Reddick able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Tyler Lockett, 56 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing. Jason Myers.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Carlos Dunlap on the
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 43 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And this one through the uprights and good.
The game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that Mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Gain of 18 on
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shoulder now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Kickoff for Arizona.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins.
Well, remember they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray going to look to run. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback. And they will begin things at the 25. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Mark, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Ben to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on second and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
On the carry.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
19-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Brings up 2nd and 5. at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger, and he fires one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's a gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Chris Boswell.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your deep.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On first down, it's Samuels. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner taking it in. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14. Chiefs.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Eric Ebron, 46 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Steelers 21. Chiefs 7. Chris Boswell to kick.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offense.
And now look at him go. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. That is a dangerous combination right there, as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Ben Roethlisberger.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First down, Kansas City.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Le'Veon Bell as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out of bounds at the 30.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 22, Mahomes forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on the double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to Hill. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's a gain of 23.
We can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 28, Steelers 24. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams...
And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! Jalen Samuels with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I
don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking middle, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
45-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Samuels. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll run here with Connor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Now Roethlisberger, flush to his right. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 19.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Hey, switch gears.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Bell, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Mahomes to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Steelers, 38. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but